It's the Crazy 80s Car Museum, Dwight, Illinois. They're closed today, but just by good fortune, there's a man here that says the landlord owns it, and he opened it up for us. There's an Indy Pace Car Fiero. It's a shame what happened with the Fiero. It didn't last longer. Chrysler Conquest. Nissan. Subaru. I always liked these, but not that model. Yeah, this is just like the Honda I used to have. Yeah, I taught Lori how to drive stick shift in one of these. It didn't have the green wheels, though, or aquamarine or whatever it is, but we had chrome, or aluminum color wheels, shiny, whatever. And it was an 80, not an 81. Is this a stick shift too? Yeah, it is. Okay. I love that car. That was a great little car. It was. There's a Prelude, also pretty nice. Oh yeah, I missed that car. Wow. This is awesome. Wow. Someone, well, there's quite a few cars over here. My dad likes these. I've always liked these. Triumph TR7 or TR8. The sign's missing. I think it's a TR7. The TR8 had a V8. The TR7 had a straight six. Either one was a fun car. I've always thought these were really cool. They had Toyota MR2. And here's an Italian version that came before the Toyota. Fiat X19. Oh, what's this? Oh, look at the pinstriping on there. Pretty cool. Fiat X19. I've heard these are, really fun, but expensive or difficult to work on. A lot of people think of it as a nightmare to own something like this, but it depends who your mechanic is or how mechanically inclined you are, I would think. Here's a Toyota version of almost the same overall car. And I think that maybe didn't have their best reputation either for Toyota, but it sure looks like fun. That's like a 79, that's an 85. And they're a lot alike, really. I've always liked that. Triumph. Buick Riata. Oh, the Subaru. Nice.
Some are nice, other ones you get in, they're all just funky all over the road.
Subaru XT6, that was a rare car. Sport model Subaru. Looks like a lot of fun. There's an Isuzu. You say you've been able to drive some of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm John Sales, by the way. I do a lot of videos on YouTube. And we do a lot of Route 66. This is thank you very much for opening up for us. Yeah.
Once you get around the corner there's a whole nother side.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Do you want to be on here at all? Or?
No.
No, okay. Okay.
You want to get the full story about everything? Come when they're open and talk to the guy named Dave.
Dave,
He's
okay.
the curator of this.
Okay, sure.
He's the guy to talk. I'm just kind of the mechanic / help /
Oh, that's awesome.
see what needs.
Well, the cars seem to all be in really nice order for the most part. And I heard what you were saying to Lori about some of them are a little clunky on the road, I guess. Wow, this is awesome though. Did you see the Z24 over here?
I did.
Okay, yeah. She had one for her first car. It was a newer one than that, but still really cool. This reminds me of the Chevy Chase movie, Fletch. Alfa Romeo there. The Renault Le Car, awesome. Used to be, you saw these everywhere, this TC3. I could have sworn I remembered a different name for that. Maybe I remember the Dodge, whatever it was called. Escort GT, wow. Vanguard electric car. Another Escort or Mercury Lynx. No, it's an Escort wagon. Looks brand new. Nice. Of course, it is a museum. That's awesome. There's a Yugo Sport. Sport Yugo. Oh, it's got neat wheels on it. I imagine if you really tried hard to take care of it. It's probably a decent enough car if you don't beat on it. Parts are hard to get for it. There's a Festiva. There's a Yugo. There's a Festiva. I think they're a lot alike, personally. And another Ford Escort. Nice. Yeah. I say nice. I mean, it's an automatic, too. I'm not sure it's that great a car, but it's a basic bread and butter kind of car. Here's a EXP Escort, I think. Cool. They have two of them. Or no, that's the Mercury version. What'd they call the Mercury? LN7. Oh, yeah. They got some nice Hot Wheels, too. Yeah, it's a Subaru Brat. Yeah, that's awesome. They got the Atari games, too. There's a DeLorean. Do you see the DeLorean Hot Wheels over here, honey?
Yeah.
He's got 3 of them. I think I have at least that many now.
And the original
Oh.
Monopoly game.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, look, the barn from when I was a kid, the little Fisher Price barn. Farrah Fawcett jigsaw puzzle. Etch-a-Sketch. Speed Racer's car. He's got, I think, at least 5 DeLoreans here. He's got a double-decker bus. Hot Wheels, honey. Wow, that's cool. Try to come back and see Dave. That's awesome. Chevy Love. Sweet. Dodge D50 Ram. Oh, this is feel truly very fortunate to be able to come in here. The place isn't even open. They let me in. They got Lionel Train stuff. Yeah, I remember that. Those are from the 1940s and 50s. Look at the size of these train cars. And the size of the engine there. Oops. There. And race cars on the... Oh, this is so awesome. These toy sets. Fort Cheyenne. Wow, that's cool. Oh, man. A little fairground or park, amusement park kind of ride there. Is that Alvin? Of Alvin and the Chipmunk fame, I think. Yep. Oh, I wish I had this Subaru. This looks like a fun little truck. And it's a stick shift, yeah. Another... Oh, the Plymouth Arrow truck. Plymouth Arrow Sport. Yeah, remember when everything was stick shift? It's hard to find anything stick shift anymore. Chevy Citation over there. Old Saab. Those are cool. Little Ram Charger truck. Well, this is a Plymouth. Oh, Scamp GT. This guy's got some neat cars, really. I mean, for the 80s, I mean, that's when I learned to drive was... when I got my first driver's license, I think I was 17. Because I got a ticket before I ever got a driver's license. Is this another Renault? Yeah, it's another... Encore, Renault Encore. I was trying to remember the name of that, and I think that's called the Alliance, the convertible there. There's a Dodge Aries, also known as the Plymouth Lamb. K-car, Reliant. Plymouth Reliant K-car, yeah. Look at that, Lincoln. Renault Fuego, it means fire. What's this? I have no idea what this thing is. Oh, it's Cordia. Mitsubishi. Cordia. And it's got a racing gas tank on it. Wow, didn't expect that. Wow. That was so nice of the man to let us in here. Oh, the Sterling. So that's Rover and Toyota, I think, merged. Or I think so. I know Rover's involved, and I forget which Japanese automaker. I want to say Toyota. I don't remember. Ford Probe Turbo. Nice. That's a pretty decent looking sub too. Buick Skyhawk. Ooh. Yeah, I could go for that. Yeah, it's a Sterling. Overhead cam, Oldsmobile. I don't remember what they call it. Was it the Quad 4 maybe? Firenze. That's probably what it was. The Firenze. There's a Chevy Nova, I think, which is a Toyota Corolla. Buick's got a pretty decent interior in it. Dodge. There's a Plymouth. It's just like the Dodge Omni. One of Lori had one of these cars. Easiest car to break into I ever saw. I used to do lockouts for a gas station I worked at. Yeah, it's a Chevy Nova. Okay. I think it's the same thing as a Toyota Corolla underneath, if I remember correctly. And here's a Pontiac of some kind, wagon. And here, that was one of the worst cars I ever had, was a Pontiac 6000 wagon. It had the Tech 4 engine in it. I thought it was going to be a great car. It was not. There's a Pontiac version of a Chevette T1000, just like the Terminator. There's an actual Chevette. And what's this thing? I think that's an Isuzu. Yep, it's an Isuzu. $9,000 turbo Saab. It's one of the cooler cars here, I think. Oh wow, these vans are cool. So, what a nice kindness that the man did letting us in here. Wow. Yeah, that's like the Saab we used to have. You like that little Dodge Colt? There's a Ford Festiva. Those are pretty decent. There's an old Firenze, I think. I never thought much of them. There's a Hyundai. There's a time I owned a Hyundai Excel four-door sedan. I made into a taxi cab. I had converted into a yellow cab. Otherwise, it's a lot like this car. There's a lot of scooters. Wow. A lot of little motorcycles and bikes, too. Yeah, Hyundai Excel. This one's an automatic. Mine was a 5-speed. And yeah, it took a beating. It was a good cab. It wasn't ideal, but it was good, and it was good on gas. Had a 1.5 liter carbureted engine. Another Saab. It's more like the one we had. I wrecked it in 2 days, unfortunately. We got it back on the road a couple years later. And here, this is like the motorcycle we used to have. Except ours had a dual exhaust. This must be the smaller version. It's a Sears motorcycle, which these were built by Steyr Pook. Yeah, the one we had a dual exhaust. I think the carburetor was on the side on that one because of the dual exhaust, but neat. The one we had a 136 millimeter carb, I think it was. There's the carburetor. Cooling fin. Single exhaust. Ours had a dual exhaust. And for the one we had, the key was up top here. Right there was where the key went. And it had a gas tank and an oil tank. This might be a 4-stroke. And the one we had, you could remove the baffles out of the exhaust, and it'd be a lot more powerful and louder that way. This one I don't think has that option, but it could go about 90 with the baffles removed. And a little Yamaha motorcycle, also cool. That looks like the little Charlie Brown motorcycle there. I think that really is the Charlie Brown motorcycle. Little starter bike. That's got to be what Charlie Brown's motorcycle was based off of. There's a 64 CT200 trail, and I don't know what. See if I can get back there to read it. Please do not sit on. It's a Honda. First gear, it's alright. Second gear, it's alright. This is super fun. I don't know what to look at next. These are all they sure take me back to my youth. And yes, we actually had one almost identical to that, this motorcycle. It was a little too tall for me though, so I ran it into the fence. Okay, now I want to see that room. It's a Hong Kong rickshaw, huh? That's cool. Looks like it's meant to a unicycle too. Cool. Wow. Okay, 4-wheel drive Woody wagon by AMC. It's an Eagle. See? Straight 6 carburetor. Vinyl interior, automatic, but also 4-wheel drive, most likely. Yep, it says right on it, 4-wheel drive. I don't see any levers or anything, so I guess it's just always 4-wheel drive. I don't know. If you know, tell me. Pontiac SE, not impressed. The Toyota van is awesome. Plymouth Reliant wagon. Is it a turbo? Wow, okay. Yeah, that van would be awesome. Yeah. This is a turbo. Nice. Chrysler turbo wagon. Just a box. And here's a van that's kind of shaped like the old Star Trek shuttles, but these are pretty cool. There were some painters I got working with a painting company for a time. They had a van like this. It wasn't this nice, but it was handy. I'd have one of those in a second if I could find one. I had a buddy had a wagon like that. They were kind of cool. Nissan. There's an Oldsmobile pace car with the quad 4, I'm sure. Oldsmobile Indianapolis pace car. Hey, Indianapolis is this coming Monday. Well, this is a V6, not the quad 4. I would have thought the quad 4. Pontiac wagon, or a convertible, excuse me. Sunbird GT. That's a Chrysler Maserati there, all right. Mercury Topaz. Just look at the interior, right? Smells brand new. Yeah, these aren't terrible cars, but mine sure was. I had a Tempo Ford. It was the same car, but it was a Ford instead of a Mercury, and it was not good to me. Here's one of my favorites. I can't wait to get up and look closely at that. Mazda RX-7. Here's a Chrysler Maserati TC. They made the seats very plush, I can say that. Oh, what a disappointing... Just, if I want to say I have a Maserati, I want it to be a real Maserati, not a Chrysler. Although, I don't know, maybe it was a better car than the reputation says. Yeah, Maserati. Sure it is. It's a Chrysler. What's this? Mercury Scorpio. That's what I thought. So it's a German Ford. Mazda RX-7. Oh, I would really be upset if I could only find an automatic one. These are cool cars. They have a spotty reputation for durability. The people beat them up because it's like a V8, but it doesn't even have cylinders. It's a rotary engine. Oh, I'd be boring with an automatic, though, I think. Here's a little Chevrolet Sprint, probably a 3-cylinder, but at least it's got a stick shift. Oh, he's got 2 Mercurs. Mercur. And a riding lawnmower. This little Econo box thing was always kind of a van, half station wagon. Pretty plush on the inside, mostly. Front seat is not so great, but... And it's a 4-wheel drive. Cool. Another Pontiac 6000. I wouldn't even want another single one. I wouldn't want to have 4 of them like this man does. Oh, it's a Cadillac Cimarron. That's everybody's favorite Cadillac, I'm sure. This is supposed to be a Cadillac. Ouch. Yeah, they failed when they made that one. Okay, this is a 5-speed Horizon TC3, and it's been switched to being an Electrica 007. It's a spy car, and it's also electric power. That's interesting. That's really cool. Oh, I never cared for these. I mean, I thought I was going to have a good car, and I was really disappointed when I had my Pontiac like that. This little Ford Escort, it's also electric. Huh. Neat. It's a Ford Escort converted to be an electric. Kind of cool. Had enough, honey? All right, let's get going.